Assalamualaikum, my name is Julas Bintandri. In this UTS sessions, for the introduction to phonology, I decided to choose for the meeting 3, which is it's an English stops topic, and with the objective that I really hope that we able to recognize the phonetic symbols of the English stops and also to describe systematically phonetic descriptions of the English stops using the IPR chart. But however, I didn't really that use chart is only simple chart. However, um, for the further explanations will be follow during this video going, and then hopefully we're able to describe the productions of the English stops and to recognize the spelling pattern for each of the English stop sounds. And all right, before I continue, I would like to apologize for my videos made it's really manually, but I really hope that you guys able to catch up with the contents that I try to cascade or sharing here. So here we go. I will go straightly to our main agenda. All right, here we are. So let me swipe down. So this is we are actually to be instructed to use a mind mapping. So this is the draw. As I mentioned earlier, I'm choosing for the English stops, and there's 1 2 3 7 actually like chain, and this is all about the English stops. Okay, so let me start. What is the English stops? English stops actually are defined as sounds which are produced with complete closure at the place of articulations. And you know what, guys? In English stops, there are 7 English stop consonants. It's include P, B, T, D, K, G, N. It sounds like symbolic, but like okay, that is the last one. That correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, so I'm going to I will go with the first consonant. It's P. Okay, what is P? P made with the vocal folds but not vibrating, with lips closed temporarily then open as the air comes out of the lungs through the oral cavity, and the flows stop at the articulator. Sorry for the typo. And the beginning of words must be produced with the strong aspirations, or it might sound like P. Okay, so how to say it? Practice saying B by loosely holding tissue in front of our lips. Okay, what is P sounds? We can found it from stop, pencil, paper, piece of pie, proud as peacock, open up, practice makes perfect. Can you follow? Okay, for example, pear will sound like beer, pat will sound like bat if we actually didn't produce with the strong aspirations. So that is what it means at the earlier. If we didn't like strong, the P, so it will sounds in the different. So in other words, if we are using our sounds different, so it might definitely wrong meaning also. So Maybe another sample like ship stop in Panama. Wash the pots and pans with soap. Her purple pants are pretty. Alright, can you follow? Alright, so that is for P. So we will go to B. Okay. B we can found on word boy, rabbit, top. This is made with the vocal folds vibrating with the lips closed temporarily. Open as the air comes out with the lungs through the oral cavity and the airflow stop the articulations. B is also voice billable stop, but always be careful since many of the speakers might confuse with the pronunciations. It might sounds to V. Okay, actually this is very simple to say, but as I say and share here that we need to be careful because it might sounds different. So where is the B should be our word applied? So we can found a B like on the ball. Okay, Paul, for example, Paul. Okay, book, below is also we can found on that words, but as I said on the earlier that make sure that be careful because when we are pronounced wrongly or differently, so it will indicate to other or different meaning. For example, we want to say a rope, but when we didn't say clearly, the listener will hear as a rope. So make sure that we say clearly by rope, note, or other people will listen to as a rope. So, for example, like cape will sound like cape. Okay, so so we'll go to the next. It's a T. So T can be found on the word of top, return, and tip. T is produced with the vocal folds not vibrating. The tip of the tongue is in contact with the alveolar ridge, and the air comes out of the lungs through oral cavity as it is stopped by the articulators. And T also described as a voiceless alveolar stop, and this is not hard to pronounce. Okay, maybe a bit informations about T. When T is between two vowels and follow a straight syllable as in water, butter, and city, it is not aspirated. But when T follows as in stop, stay, and stick, it is not aspirated with a puff of air. Okay, the letters in the past tense verbs are pronounced T when they follow a voiceless consonants, right? So this is there's a lot of things that we can actually improve on. So I will go to the next. It's a D. On the word consonant, we can find on word leather, they, or bait. Sorry for the typo. The D is actually same way sounds of T, because what? This is except the vocal folds vibrate when D is produced, such as a productions then makes a voice alveolar stop. The sound D should be produced with the tongue tip touching alveolar ridge, not the back of the upper front teeth. For instance, instead of saying D, we are saying t, d, d. Okay, when D is the last sounds in a word, many speakers of English forget to make a vocal vibrate. This will sound like T and confuse your listener. For example, if you're saying T instead of saying D, for example, like cart with cart will sound like cart. Bait will sound like bait. Okay? So we go for the next. It's a consonant K. We can find it on cake, car, and book. Okay, K is made with the vocal folds not vibrating with the tongue raising to the touch the volume as the air comes out of the lungs through the oral cavity, stopping at the articulators. Actually, K is an easy consonant for us to say, but just remember, K is very explosive in English. When K begins a word, it must be said with warm aspirations and a puff of the air. When K follows S, as in sky, skin, and skate. However, this is not aspirated with a puff of air. And the following are the common spelling pattern for the sound K. In this one is also less frequent spelling pattern for the K consists of the letter ch, like curse, chrome, mechanic, and Christmas. The letter Q, and U are usually produced or pronounced like Q, like queen, quite, and require. The letter C before A, O, or U is usually pronounced K, like cape, because come become cut, and many more. And the letter K followed by N is usually not pronounced, it is silenced, like need to know. Okay, so we will go for the next. It's G. G we can find on go, begins, and ache. This articulated exactly the same way as the K, except for the vocal folds vibrating. This consonant G also described as a voice velar stop and should be easy for us to say. However, when G is last sound in a word, we might forget to add a voicings. Especially when it's G is a last sound in a word. Okay, because you know what? When we are forget to adding a voicing or substitute, this will change the meaning of our words. For example, we are saying back. We probably saying our sound like back. Okay. Or another sample is rock, which will sound like crunk. Okay. And the last but not least, there is one further stop which we must mention. And this consonant is very common in the speech of most speakers of English. Okay, this is made with the vocal folds not vibrating, with the air coming out the lungs through the oral cavity constricted in the glottis. Thus, This also described as a voiceless glottal stop. This glottal stop is made instead of T in many Scottish and Cockney pronunciations. For example, butter, butter. Alright, so this is the 7 consonants for this English stops. I really hope that you guys can catch up and follow. So yeah, see you in the other videos. So stay safe, stay healthy, and have a good luck. Good luck, so for the videos, for the UTS. Thank you. Goodbye. Assalamualaikum.